So I spoke about it yesterday in some of the other videos that we had made, but for me and my fantasy matchup this week, oh boy, I went 6 for 8. 6 teams I won, 2 teams I ended up losing. One of the 2 teams that I lost with in the most recently completed fantasy week, I literally lost because of Patrick Kane. The guy didn't get any points yesterday against the Dallas Stars, and he was a -3. And the -3 really killed me because it gave me just enough of a negative point amount to go underneath the guy that I was playing. I barely lost by like 3 points, and the -3 killed it. So, thanks, Patty Kane. Marco Kasper got himself a goal, though, which was good. Nice to see him get awarded with that and help me win one of my other fantasy matchups in a very tight 5-4 category league. But anyways, today we are talking about the Red Wings and just what's been going on lately. 2 games, 2 losses, 2 bad losses, that is, and some very harsh words from Todd McLellan. We're also going to talk about what Alex Lyon said in response to the game yesterday against the Dallas Stars. It wasn't a good showing. Of course, the Red Wings ended up losing 4-1 in the contest, and it was even more frustrating because the Wings actually did play a pretty good opening few minutes, and they had momentum, and they were getting some chances, they were getting possession, but ultimately, 5 minutes in, it is Matej Blumel who gets his first goal on the season off of a really bad Alex DeBrincat turnover in the Red Wing zone. He's on the boards, he's trying to send it up, but then it gets hit down by a Dallas player, and then they have a little bit of a scrum, and it goes in by Lyon. It didn't stop after that. Jason Robertson made it 2-0, and then Maverick Bourque made it 3-0, and then Marco Kasper scored in the third period, but then Wyatt Johnston sealed the deal on the backhand. 4-1 game for the Stars, and the Wings lose their second in a row after what was a pretty bad Tampa Bay Lightning game the other night as well. Let's go over onto the Detroit Red Wings website, because yesterday there was a post made by Jonathan Mills about the loss and some commentary from Alex Lyon and Todd McLellan in response to the game. Linked down below is our ExpressVPN affiliate link. You can get some free months on your VPN and save some money, all while supporting the channel with ExpressVPN. But this article that we're going to read is also linked in the description. Recap: Detroit drops a 4-1 decision in Dallas. Kasper nets Detroit's only goal in the second half of a back-to-back weekend set. Let's go out there and read some of the replies and responses from Red Wings people in this game. "That's a good team over there," JT Compher said. "I thought they had good intensity to start the game, and we made a few mistakes that gave them a little bit of life. Stuff that we had talked about before the game that we knew we needed to take care of, and in the second and third periods we did take care of it. But against good teams like that, when they make you pay, they get some confidence. It's kind of hard to build your way back into the game." The article then dives into some comments from Todd McLellan about the loss from our perspective. "We looked at it from a defensive side and what we gave up. Some real egregious errors by individuals again, and the whole group pays the price for them." Of course, the obvious one is the Alex DeBrincat turnover, but there were a few other moments that you could pinpoint in regards to the Wings kind of shooting themselves in the foot. The tough thing for me is the start of Sunday's game wasn't that bad, except for some individual errors. Referring to, once again, DeBrincat. On the first goal, we had the puck on our tape, and we're not even really getting forechecked, and we turn it over. The second one, we're on the penalty kill, and the puck is bouncing, but boy, it'd be hard to do that over again. The third one, a poor back check. Sort of. And this is where the article gets telling. Detroit doubled up Dallas in shots, 14-7 in the scoreless second period. Scoring Detroit's lone goal of the night, Marco Kasper deflected a shot in the slot from Simon Edvinsson to make it 3-1 at the 12:01 mark of the third. Captain Larkin also received an assist. Speaking on the goals that were allowed, let's go out there and talk about Alex Lyon. "It's difficult when you spot them a few," Lyon said. "Honestly, I think we have the right mindset, though, where we keep coming out in the second and we just try to wipe away the first and keep going. The third, just try to get better as well. We just got to keep that moment-by-moment mentality and continue to try to improve." Lyon, of course, came into this game with a decent amount of pressure. Not really a lot. I mean, he played the other night, too, against Tampa in relief of Cam Talbot. But yesterday he did get the full game, and he finished it off with an .840 save percentage, 21 saves, and 25 shots against. I actually did stream Alex Lyon in my Cats League Fantasy League because I needed to win the save percentage and goals against average matchup because Ilya Samsonov on Saturday totally ruined everything. So I had one more ad left, and there were only a few goalies available, so I was like, okay, Alex Lyon is confirmed to starting, let's just take him. And he didn't do anything for my goals against average and my save percentage. He got extra saves, which was good, but like I didn't need the saves to win. I was already ahead in that category. So ultimately, failed experiment by me. This Red Wings and Stars game really did kind of kill a lot of momentum for my fantasy teams. Anyways, all fantasy talk aside, Alex Lyon does have a pretty good perspective on the matter, and it just gets a little bit more dicey when you talk about the situation over here. Let's take a look at some other comments made by Todd McLellan, being very blunt about where everything's going with this team. This is what he said about what he's learned and what he is learning about the Red Wings. We're learning a lot about the group from day one that we got here until now. There's ups and downs, players are beginning to react differently with errors and frustrations, and we need to know those things. We're beginning to understand maybe some buttons that we can or can't push. Whatever we do, the end goal is to get the best out of the player, and we're still trying to figure that out. So it's always a learning process here. Nothing is ever set in stone. The Wings are not there yet, and that's okay. They're still getting through these growing pains. This is what JT Compher said on the play of Jake Ottinger. 2 nights in a row, 2 really good goalies. We didn't do enough to get bodies there, get in front of them, and make it hard on them. We did at times, but you see the score. Obviously, it was not enough. Compher also spoke about the road trip overall and looking ahead to Tuesday's game. We knew we were going to play some good teams on this road trip. I think we learned some things about our team that are good and positive that we saw in the second and third periods. Stuff that we can build on. That's what we've got to do. Build on it and be ready right from the start against Philadelphia. And finally, you had Alex Lyon speak out about the idea of preventing frustration from creeping back in. It's hard. On a road trip, you're playing good teams every night, so you just can't take anything for granted. We've got another team that plays extremely hard here in a few days, so we gotta hit reset quick, move on, and just grind. The Philadelphia Flyers, by the way, what are they, 4-0-1 in their last 5 games or something like that? They've been pretty good, and players like Noah Cates and Morgan Frost and Rasmus Ristolainen and Samuel Ersson have been popping off lately. It's kind of crazy when you think about how up and down that Flyers season has been. But yeah, that's the Red Wings' next opponent. We'll see how they respond, whether or not they take these lessons against Tampa and Dallas to heart and implement it as soon as Tuesday. As well, though, it is a long season and there are going to be some growing pains. Obviously, Todd McLellan was not going to guide this team to an undefeated win streak ever since he came in, but that's just the tale of the tape. Todd McLellan, kind of blunt here, speaking out about the Red Wings' losses, and the rest of the comments follow suit. I'll leave a link in the description to the article that we read from. Also, linked in the description, our ExpressVPN affiliate link. Go out there and support the channel while saving some money and getting yourself some free months on your VPN with one of the best in the business in Express. The regular Red Wings interview article will also be in the description as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. How do you feel about all these Red Wings updates? I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.